What up? Episode 4. Rtmba biggest album. So, I ain't gonna lie, today is kind of like one of them bittersweet days. But it's still the perfect day to talk about the situation. So I was just out there walking in the rain, those kind of stuff. But I want to talk about how people just have completely erased the word entrepreneur out of their vocabulary. Like that word doesn't exist. Like people just, they expect you to get a job. They expect you to have a job. It's like if you ain't got a job, you're not accepted. Like it don't matter what you're going through, what you are, who you are, what you do. Do you got a job? Are you clocking in somewhere? Are you do people? It's like people think that that's what you're supposed to do in life. Like there's no entrepreneurship. Like you can't create something and become a millionaire, a trillionaire, a billionaire. You have to get a job at Taco Bell or Olive Garden or Red Lobster or wherever. You have to get a job in order to make it in people's eyes or to even be considered somebody. First of all, people need to stop forgetting the whole setup. The setup is our land was taken from us. Then rules was created for us to follow now. How are you going to come and take our land? Them meaning the people who created slaves. How are you going to take over the land, create slaves, and create rules for people to follow? Like you got to get a job. You got to do this. And you have to pay for an apartment or house. You got to do this. It's like it was all a setup. At first, nobody needed no houses. We didn't need no apartments. We ain't need none of that. We ain't need nothing. We had everything we needed. People came, took over our land, turned us into slaves, and created something in life called work. Now you have to go to work to get money. Minimum wage. And people are disregarding the fact that you ain't got to do that. But I feel it. If it's somewhere you want to work, that's cool. Because you want to work there. But if it's like, let's not forget about entrepreneurs in life. Let's not forget about that word. And the crazy part about it is, people work for entrepreneurs. If you got a job, your boss is an entrepreneur. So why can't I be one? In your eyes, in people's eyes, they feel like I have to get a job somewhere in order to be something. Like, oh, you got a job, you just need a job, you just need a job, you just need a job, you just need... Like, it's crazy. And I get it. If you want to be here and work here, then that's cool. I don't want to be here. I want to be in another state. Then I'll be cool with getting a job. Still not cool with that, but I'll be cool with getting a job. But I don't feel like I have to do that. So I'm working hard to create something where I'm going to be a trillionaire, which is the road to my biggest album. I'm creating this album because I'm catapulting myself away from what society feels like you have to do. So, with that being said, but it's like this. It's like life is kicking me every which way. It's like people are understanding that, like, oh yeah, he has a talent, but if he understands this, he's gonna be unstoppable. So we gotta stop that, because we can't have a black young man being that successful on earth. We just can't allow it. We just can't have it. We don't want it to happen without us being in control of it or having something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And people are starting to doubt me. People are cutting me off. People are mad because I'm sticking to this entrepreneurship. People can't understand that because they're not entrepreneurs, because they don't have no talent. You don't have no talent, so you can't understand what I'm talking about because you have no talent. If you have a talent and you can rap, you can sing, you can make money. You don't have to clock in. You don't have to clock in a job. But people are making life hard to where you're going to have to clock in. Like, people are making it to where it's like everybody, even including family, everybody has doubts in me. You know what I'm saying? They not They're not being supportive. They're not being, and they're only wanting to help in their way because they want to be able to say they did something because they want full control. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You literally have to stay alive and survive and prove to people what you're making is going to change the world. And that's what I'm doing. But to be a slave or not to be a slave, because this is what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking like, man, I may have to get a job. I may have to be a slave again. I've had jobs before. I may have to be a slave again, yo. But this time it's like this. I'm like, yo, if I get a job this time, I wish I can get a job the way I want to. But if I get a job this time, I'm serious, like, bro. It's like I'm not rocking with nobody, bro. I'm not rocking with nobody. This blunt needs to be fixed all the way. I'm not rocking with nobody, dog. Like, I promise you I'm not rocking with nobody. If people are not believing in me, see, this is the thing. Other people got handouts though, right? People get handouts, and then the same people that got handouts be having their nose up in the air and be looking at you like, oh, why you ain't got nothing? Nigga, you had a handout. You had a handout. You wasn't living by yourself. You may was living with the girl. Vice versa. You may living with a guy. But if you by yourself like me, really surviving, you surviving. That's where it really count. You can't say everybody's struggling in their own way, and I get that. But if you ain't really lonely by yourself, it don't really count because you got somebody struggling with you. So anyway, my thing is, the whole thing of the matter is to be a slave or not to be a slave. Entrepreneur, I don't need a job. But like I said, with the pandemic and life and people just not getting why they're not getting why I'm trying to elevate. They just want to get drunk, they want to get high, they want to party. They want to still, you know what I'm saying, do other stuff that's just irrelevant. And they're mad because I'm telling them no. They're mad because I'm not just, well, whatever, man, let's just go turn up tonight or whatever. They're mad because I'm not doing that, bro. They mad because I'm not doing it. So, hold on a second. My fault. Thing is, I already know how jobs be though. This is what I hate about jobs. They make you do multiple things. You can't just, like back in the day where you sign on an application. Oh, this is what I want to be. Just a dishwasher. Boom. Just randomly speaking, right? I want to be a dishwasher. So you fill it out on your application that you want to be a dishwasher. You get to work, you dishwashing. 3 days later, you cooking. 3 days later, you doing a cash register. 3 days later, you doing everything and you dishwashing. But they paying you for one thing. So that's the thing. It's the trick. They want to call it cross training. They want to call it a cross training. It's a trick, bro. What I'm saying is they want to overwork you nowadays at work. They think, oh, you just at work, so whatever we ask you to do, you just gonna do it. And you only getting paid a certain amount of pay. No matter how much work you do, you're only getting paid a certain amount. It's just terrible, man. It's just terrible. So basically, what I'm saying is this though. I've been telling people about this album and everything. I've been telling them, you know, this is what's about to happen and all this stuff, you know. And people are just like, They don't care. If you ain't getting a job, if you ain't clock in, it don't matter. If you ain't doing what they want you to do, it don't matter. You literally are by yourself in this, bro. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, bro. Friends don't understand you, so they just like, oh, he's working on his album. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But they not supporting. Nobody's supporting. Family not supporting. Everybody wants control. The workers at your job ain't supporting. They don't care. All they want to know is if you coming to work. If you're not coming to work, it don't matter. It's literally getting to the point where, the pandemic, government shutting stuff down. To the point where November 28th, I was reading something where, I hope it ain't true, but it feel like people got to get the vaccine. And if you ain't got the vaccine, then you can't have no job. What's next? If you ain't got the vaccine, you can't have nowhere to stay? Like, bro, the world is trying to... I know it's a plot and a setup trying to get people like me to just give up and just get a job, become a slave. They don't want to see somebody elevating, and people are jealous, envious, bro. Instead of being helpful, instead of saying, you know what, let's support, they jealous and envious, and they just like, all right, bro, it's not really support. So what I'm saying to y'all is this. It may be more episodes of me talking about a job, because I may have to get a job. And the reason being is because I'm really seeing that the fact that, I got to be smooth about it. But I'm really seeing that, that this world is creating, setups for niggas to have jobs. They don't want niggas to be entrepreneurs, man. It's like, they can't stand that word. Even my own family laughs at that word. But you know what? Entrepreneur is who you work for. An entrepreneur is who you clock into. I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but basically what I'm saying is, I may have to, you know what I'm saying? I may have to go through the storm. But if I go through the storm, I'm really realizing that I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It feels like there's nobody on my side. I really feel like this is the first time I felt like God is the only person that really understands me. And God forgive me for what I be doing. God forgive me, man. In general, I know I ain't perfect. Nobody perfect. But what I'm saying is, I feel like no matter how much I talk about what I talk about, until people see it, I could talk till I'm blue in the face. They not gonna care until they see it. But the thing is, the hardest part about this is surviving until this is over. But y'all see I'm going. It's episode 4. We got about 26 to go. You see I'm trying to fight through. And to be honest with you, I'm really further than episode 4. But I'm just in the process, and it's going to come quicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fighting with all my might. You feel me? And I'm really on the grind right now. Like on a super grind, ultra grind, ultimate grind. So, I don't know. But if I do get a job, I'm going to be telling y'all every day what happens at that job. If I don't get a job, I'm going to still be here doing what I'm doing. You feel me? I'm going to still do that, even though it's going to be a little setback, because I'm going to be more tired and I'm going to have a work schedule and everything. And it's going to be sad. And what I hate about it is, if I do get a job and people knew about it, they're going to be like, see, told you, you should have got a job, da-da-da-da-da, see, da-da-da-da-da. Because they think that I'm at their frequency. Like, no, I shouldn't be having a job. I could have opened up for Kanye West. I could have did so much. I rapped to Daylight. I never lost in a battle rap. I can go on and on and on and on. But because of what this world has hit me with, kicked me while I'm down, I push the ultimate button. And that's why my biggest album is coming out. I'm not playing no more games. It's over. And there you have it. Till next time. You already know. Be safe. Real Lit TV 304. Subscribe.